What's up, everybody? This is DJ's TNT Tech and Toys, and today I got the new, well, still somewhat new, one of the newest iPhones out. It's the iPhone XR. I got the box. I'm gonna show you everything that comes with it inside the box, and today I got the red one. It's the product red. And when I first got this phone, I was wondering what the heck does product red mean? Like, cause on the back of it, I've had other iPhones before, but it never said product red. It says product red right there. Hopefully that's in focus. But it says product red right here underneath where it says iPhone in parentheses and with red and little bitty itty bitty words. And I was wondering what the heck is product red. And as you look through the box, you find out that product red is actually I'm just gonna open it up and pull out and see exactly what it says. So just like any other iPhone, it comes with little stickers and stuff like that. Comes with the headphones. You know what the headphones are the same old boring headphones that came with it. But product red. Now basically the thing with the product red is, I'm just gonna read off what it says. In partnership with Red, Apple will contribute a portion of the iPhone purchases to the Global Fund to support HIV and AIDS programs and help deliver an AIDS-free generation. Lead more and donate at www.red.org. So basically, when you buy the phone, a portion of it is going to go to help people with HIV and AIDS. I think that's a good phone, because I never had a phone where they actually donate or even give a dang about anybody and donate a portion of it. So that lets me know that that's cool, because the red means it is going for a good cause and it looks cool in the red, you know. So I think that's better than, you know, the orange iPhone or anything else. You know, it comes with the instructions, you know, same as all the other ones. But let me get straight down to what it is now. Okay, so back to the phone, the red. I love the red. The red is my favorite color when it came to all the colors that came out. In my opinion, red was the nicest one. It's a nice masculine color and it pops, stands out. Now I'm upgrading to this phone from a iPhone 6s. The 6s came out, first off, the regular 6 had 1 gig of RAM, and the 6S was an automatic bump up to 2 gigs of RAM. It was a pretty good phone, you know, but now I got the XR, and this is a pretty big upgrade. You know, you go from 6, 7, 8, I don't even think they had a 9, then you go straight to X, and you know, they came out, when this phone came out, there was the XS, XS Max, and the XR. XR is this version right here, the one that I'm reviewing. So anybody else who has had one of the old smaller phones, I'm just gonna give you a quick comparison. Now, this is the 6. This is the 6, and this is the XR. Now you see the biggest difference is the big size of the screen. This screen is much taller, whereas this screen is much shorter. Now this is just the front. And then the back you can see that it has a much bigger camera. Like, look at this thing. This thing is like a brick sticking out of there, and this one has like a little itty bitty little camera. Now the thing that spooks me out about this is they both can record in 4K. I think that's pretty cool. You know, I didn't even know that this one, the 6S, could record in 4K when I first got it, until I delved into the settings. I was like, what? 4K? But this one does 4K also, but it does 4K at a much better rate. It's better quality 4K. You got the A12 processor versus this one's got the, I don't know, A6 processor, I guess. But as you can see, like, if you're someone who's upgrading from one of these smaller iPhones to one of these new big tall iPhones, I could put this one on top of this one, and literally the phone is literally the size of the usable screen. I got my screen protector on there, so I'm not worried about the camera scratching up here. And I'm recycling and using the original screen protector that comes with it. Now that's just me, because I don't feel the need to buy a screen protector if it comes with one. You know, I just cut the part off for the back, and I got a case for it, because with these, unlike these ones where it's got the aluminum back, this one has a glass back. And the last thing you want to do is drop your glass phone, and then you got a tacky, shattered glass phone. You know, that's going to be looking real tacky. You didn't spend all this money or get this phone just for it to be cracked and broken and everything. You be cutting your finger every time you pull it out of your pocket. You don't want that. Cut it out. Get yourself a case. Spend like $6, $10 or whatever and get yourself a case. I got a review. I'm going to post another video for the case that I got for this phone. It's perfect, by Spigen. Spigen came out with a case. I'm going to show that video later. That's another time, another subject. But back to the iPhone XR. Now, the thing that I noticed was the biggest upgrade for me besides the big size of the screen, because one thing that the XR comes with is the ability for, with the software in it, you can make the little icons in there, you can make them bigger. The icons themselves are bigger. And one other thing that I like about this is versus this one, you gotta put your password in. This one, you don't even need to use your password no more. You can just Face ID. That's the freaking biggest thing out there. But back to the icons. You can see my old phone, picture of my daughter in the background. Old phone, new phone. You can see the size of the icons are bigger. So the icon size changes in comparison with the size of the phone also. So it doesn't just, you don't got just this big old phone with these little bitty icons. So you're not just looking at like 30 icons on there. It keeps it within proportion of the old phone. So put the old technology away, and we're gonna stick with this new technology we're talking about today. Oh, somebody texted me, but you can see that I got a text message. You can still keep that same tone if you want to. Put this thing on back on silent because we're doing videos. So like I said, it's got the glass back, so I don't want to break it or nothing. So I'm gonna put my case on here just to keep it safe, because I'll be damned if I break the back of my screen or mess up the front of my screen for this video. So 1 second. Okay, boom, it's back on there, back in action. Now I can feel confident flipping my phone around and everything. Don't gotta worry about it breaking and shattering to 1,000 pieces. Okay, so this isn't, just so you guys know, this is not gonna be the most analytical, detailed, and precise and pristine review of the iPhone XR. If you want that, you might want to check out someone else's video. I'm just here to give you a rough view of what the iPhone XR experience is like when you're upgrading from an older phone to a new phone. So basically, the thing I love the most about this is not just the big screen, but I love that Face ID. At first I was kind of opposed to it. I was like, man, identity, you know, they gonna be get the big brother, they gonna get me, you know, but it's 2019. You really cannot avoid your face being on camera. If you go into a grocery store, your face is on camera all the time, you know, so you might as well just embrace the future, or you can just stick with your old phone and just do that. But I think either way it goes, as long as you protect yourself and just be smart with your stuff, and just you're gonna have, either way it goes, you're gonna have to embrace and move in with the future anyway. So no point in fearing it. But the iPhone XR is perfect for someone like me, because I already showed you my old phone, the iPhone 6s, and I bought that phone close to 2.5 years ago. And at the time when I bought it, it was already still not even the newest phone. At that time, I think they had just they were coming out with the 8, maybe. Whatever, 2.5 years, you can backtrack and see what phone came out at that time. But about 2.5 years ago, and basically this phone is paid off, it's mine, I've been taking care of it, you know. It does everything I need. It did, you know, it had internet, it has a good quality screen. It can do the 1080p, 60 frames per second for when I'm watching YouTube or something like that. You know, it can do Instagram. If I want to go online, you can pull up a PDF, you know, you can even pull up, you know, you got your Google Documents, you got your Google Files and all that stuff, and all that stuff works on the phone, which is great, you know. It may not do it at the same level and rate as a computer, but it still did it good. So when it came time for me choosing this phone, just so you know, this is my personal opinion. When it came to choosing this phone, I thought it was great because I can have the same phone I had before, but new. I get the new processor. I get a brand new screen. It's almost pretty much like the same resolution, but on a bigger scale, you know, so more pictures for the bigger scale. And you get your Face ID, you get the new chip, which is the A12 chip, and you get all the new, you don't have the touch button anymore. Now everything is just swipe up. Everything, every time you go up in there, if you want to log in, just look at it. Boop, and then that's it. So every time you want to go somewhere, if you want to go on YouTube or whatever, you know, whatever you want to do, you can do all that stuff. Even if you want to just go on Instagram, if you want to go on YouTube or something, whatever your text messages, whatever you got going on, you know, everything is pretty much the same as the other phone, but it's newer. You know, you're not going to get left in the dust, because if you have an older phone, as far as iPhone, there comes a point where you're cut off from the new updates. So when Apple comes out with a new update, you're not going to be able to update because your hardware isn't up to spec. So that's why I chose this phone. Not only was I able to get it for free because I switched to AT&T, me being military, they offered me the phone for free. So I was like, okay, I'm kind of a minimalistic kind of guy, and I don't like to spend a lot of money if I don't have to. So if you're in the situation where you're kind of looking for a new phone, but you don't really necessarily need the top of the line, over the top, most high definition phone, then the iPhone XR might be perfect for you. Now, when it came from me and my reasoning for choosing the XR, I chose the XR basically because it does everything that I would actually use it for. A lot of these other phones are like, they're gonna do a lot of stuff that you don't necessarily need. A lot of people, it's like, I'm gonna give you an analogy. A lot of people drive on the freeway and they just want to do the speed limit. They might want to go a little bit faster sometimes, but everyone doesn't really necessarily want to be speeding down the freeway. So if you're that kind of person, last thing you want to be doing is getting something to where the only thing you want to do is go the speed limit and sometimes go fast, but yet you got a Ferrari, if that makes sense. Some people want to have too much phone than what they actually need. So then basically spending more money than what technology that'll actually be used. You know, there's no point in spending all this extra money on something you're not going to use. So if you're someone who doesn't necessarily need the most high definition and the most top level advanced technology on their camera, you know, then this is probably better for you as far as Apple customers. Now, if you want to be able to upgrade your phone to a terabyte of storage, you want to be able to run like 3 different screens on your phone, and you want to be able to do all these different things, then the iPhone XR might not be for you. You might want to be able to get the new Samsung phone or something, or you might want to get the Samsung Note, or you might want to get the XS or the XS Max, you know. Or if you're someone who doesn't even necessarily need all this, just get an older iPhone. It's still a damn good phone. But for me, as far as the new phones, I think I would get the iPhone XR either way. Either way, I would have gotten the XR because there's no need for me to be spending $1,000+ on a phone. I don't want all that. So right now, I got a phone where I'm not going to be left in the dust as far as being able to upgrade and keep up on my software and everything and usability with the phone, because it's still got top level technology. And because you're not spending so much energy on high resolution, like basically having that super high quality, high definition screen, you get to save so much battery life. So because you're not spending so much energy on usage of the software that you got downloaded on here, you know, and using all that high definition screen constantly, when you have a screen that's pushing out that many pixels constantly, that's gonna be taxing on that battery. That's why this phone is the iPhone, the newest iPhone with the best battery life that you can get out today. The iPhone XR. You get top-notch hardware with a minimalistic kind of perspective. You got the newest thing without being over the top and unnecessary. That was kind of my reason why it was kind of hard for me to even pick my phone, because some of these phones have so much stuff that I don't need. And last time I had a Samsung phone, the phone didn't even, it was cool for like the first 6 months. And then after that, you start having bugs and problems and stuff. You know, that's why I like iPhone, because it's secure, you know. But of course, you're going to have people out there that are haters, and that's the flack you take when you get an iPhone. Is people are gonna hate you regardless. But you gotta, when it comes time to choose your phone, you know, you gotta do what's good for you, you know. So me, I chose the iPhone XR, product red. You know, you help out the people with the HIV and the AIDS, and it looks cool. It's red, you know, and you got the Face ID. The Face ID literally works great. Like literally, it's so easy. You can close it off, and boom, unlocked again, just like that. See, it's locked right now, and I could try unlocking it. It won't unlock. But watch this. As soon as you see me look at it, It sees me, it thinks about it for a second, just gotta let it know I want to unlock it. And then it does a little and it unlocks the phone for me. And then you're in there. Now, another thing I like about this phone is, yeah, I got Angry Birds too. Yeah, I like to waste time sometimes when I'm waiting. You're sitting there waiting, you know. Sometimes you gotta use some games on Netflix or something like that. Another thing that I really like about this phone is it takes full advantage of the whole screen. I already showed you the comparison of how this phone is practically the same size. The usable screen on this phone is the size of this entire phone. This one you can see the difference in size of the screen. It's got all this blocked off area on the bottom and it got all blocked off area on the top, versus this one takes the whole thing. You don't have no button at the bottom. All you do is swipe up. You see it needs a Face ID, so I'm gonna look at it. Right now I want to unlock it. Boom, unlocked, just like that. So if I ever go into anything, you just swipe up. Go into your messages, swipe up. Go into Instagram, swipe up. Go into Let Go, swipe up. Everything. You think that maybe, oh, how am I gonna get to my home screen without the button, you know? But it works so good. That's the good thing about having the newest hardware. You don't have to worry about as many bugs and everything because it's up to date. It's been the kinks have been worked out, so you get that cool phone that you was used to before, but the newest version of it. Because someone like me, I don't need all the extra knick-knack paddywhacks I'm not even going to use anyway. It's just everything I'm actually going to use enhanced in a new version, new hardware. And you got this big old huge screen. So like the screen goes all the way up to the edges up there. Get rid of this old phone. Holding on to it like I'm using it or something. The screen goes all the way up there. So it's kind of got that unique shape. I love that about it. But other than that, if you've had an iPhone, any of the newer iPhones, it's almost pretty much, it's got the same setup. You know, iPhones are very simplistic, and that's why a lot of people like them, because some of these other phones, they got a whole bunch of BS that I consider BS that you don't even need, you know? But this phone gives you everything you need. Now, unless you're the type of person who wants to spend a lot of money and get the XS or XS Max because you want the top of the level high definition screen, then hey, do you. But me, I know that when I'm out and say if I want to use YouTube, unless I'm connected to Wi-Fi, I can barely watch YouTube anyway, because it's going to automatically put me at 720p or 480p anyway, based on the frequency and level of the signal connection that I'm getting anyway. So there's almost no point in having 2K capabilities on here if I can't use it unless I'm at home connected to Wi-Fi. Now, if you can deal with that, then hey, that's good for you, you know. But this phone is good for me. So, given that, the iPhone XR it's kind of got like a middle ground. Some people hate it, some people love it, and it's really all depends on you and what you want in the phone, you know. So, someone like me, the iPhone XR is perfect because it doesn't have all that over-the-top stuff I'm not gonna use anyway, because I'm a very busy person. I got a lot of stuff going on. I don't have all day to be just hanging out on my phone. My life is not in my phone. If you're someone who actually has a life and your life is not take place just in your phone, then you might want to consider the XR. But if you got your whole life in your phone, then maybe you need a Samsung or the XS Max. And if you don't have a TV, maybe the XS might be better for you, or even just the X, because it's going to have a higher resolution capability. But it's all about personal preference. But I would still give this phone a yes. It's not the top level best phone out there, but it meets my needs. If you're someone who doesn't have over the top crazy demands, then it'd be good for you. I hope this review slash interpretation of the XR is good for you, and hopefully you'll enjoy it and give me a like and a subscribe, because I got more content coming out. The channel name is DJ's TNT Tech and Toys, so that's cars, phones, whatever I can get my hands on. Hope you guys have a great day. Remember, live with love and health, love, and peace. Peace. Fuego, fuego, fuego.